Well, I didn't really think that too much through before I started recording this video, but this is my first video from on my odd synthesis channel that I'll be recording on my microphone. And sorry, I may sound a little weird. I don't really know why. I guess it's because I moved around in my room a bit, and it gave me energy, gave me quite a bit of energy. So I'm talking faster than usual. Although I think I already talk fast in these videos normally, but I can feel my voice having a certain inflection to it that I don't know, it signifies something. It signifies excitement, possibly something like that. But anyways, I'll begin talking. Thankfully, this microphone has a bit of a handle, and I'm not actually doing this one on my phone. I'm doing this one on my computer, which I don't think any of my other videos. I don't think I've done them. Not on my. Not on my phone. So this is the first one. Well, anyways, I actually have the video ideas tab pulled up. So that'll help me. I apologize. Uh, anyways, I'm just trying to think about topics right now, and I suppose I've just come up with a topic right now, and that is, that fucking dog won't shut up. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Anyways, shut the fuck up. Okay, anyways, huh? I wonder if the microphone is even picking any of that up. Anyways, I want to speak right now about. Shit, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, people. Specifically, the weird behaviors I've noticed in people and how they seem to lack consciousness in some form. Which, of course, they can exhibit signs of intelligence and all that, but it seems as the vast majority of them aren't truly conscious. They live in a pod, they eat the bugs, all that. Uh, so they all just do the same things over and over again, every day, every hour, every minute. And this is exhibited the most of those that are middle age. They just go about the same typical routine, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, with small breaks interspersed for like around 2 weeks. But it's the same general thing, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. There's no variety. Now, generally, my life doesn't even have that much variety either way, but it's just inherently different. There's lots of more different things that I can experience because I alter myself significantly from how the vast collective consciousness or unconsciousness of humans operate and perceive things. I differ pretty extensively from how they operate and perceive things. And so that just puts me in a different position in which where my life experiences can be seen as more valuable or more unique, I suppose. Maybe more variety is seen, even though it doesn't seem that variety filled at first. Well, anyways, uh, yeah, they do the same general things over and day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And that's just how it goes. They'll stare at you. They'll constantly stare at you if you're odd. They exhibit very pack-like behavior. Because if anything, it's a collective unconsciousness. They're all a hive mind on some sort of level. And if anything, it feels as if they're neurons. Little neurons with a bit of consciousness. And it's very hard to explain. I likely sound schizophrenic even trying to talk about this. But it's, I don't know, it feels as if human beings are just little neurons. And, little neurons to the world. The world itself feels alive. The world itself feels conscious. It's hard to even explain or even elaborate upon because I haven't written it down at all. But if I do write it down, I'd elaborate on my ideas more. Anyways, I guess on to another topic, and I wasn't really thinking that much about other topics today. I guess if there's something I could touch on, I've had a very eventful week compared to other weeks in my life. Like very, very eventful. That other channel I had, I quit that. I quit that today, and I had a server tied to that channel, and I quit that, and some things came out and all that, and but yeah, I'm over with that now. Actually, if someone who actually knows about that channel listens to this video, you could identify me. If you're in the know enough about that channel and its lore, you could identify me and know the name of my other channel. See that I'm the same person. Anyways, that seems to be a generally unlikely scenario, because I doubt I'll give this channel out to anyone, and I doubt it'll ever become popular enough to actually be seen by anyone from that channel. Even though the people that do listen, my, my sorry, my computer blanked out on me for a little bit. Anyways, what was I gonna say? My channel, yes. So that's gone, and I'm trying to think of other topics to elaborate upon in this video, because I haven't actually made a video in a little bit, because how eventful my week was. I'm hearing that potentially I'll even be able to go to another state for a little bit, which is nice. A road trip would be nice. They want, I know last summer or something like that. No, not last summer. I spent pretty much all of last summer inside. But the summer of 2023, yes, the summer of 2023, I believe I expressed desire to go to Germany, and I never ended up going to Germany. And whenever I talked about expressing my desire to go to Germany, they called me a Nazi a little bit, I guess, probably in a joking manner, but I find it odd. Anyways, I can't think that much. Yeah, they wanted to go to Jamaica, but I don't really see that much advantages of going to Jamaica. I heard about my aunt going to Jamaica. I have two aunts. There's an older aunt and then a younger aunt. That was the older aunt. And seemingly all I heard is that she just like smoked weed there or something. And that story is from the 2010s, and the state which I live in is like one of the most conservative states. So weed is officially banned here, even though it's medically available. But recreationally, it's banned. I believe that happened I believe they went over there while it was still banned recreationally. But other than that, I don't really see much advantages to going to where Jamaica. Sorry, I just sort of forget things. Anyways, anyhow, any sorts. Another thing I'd like to talk about today. I don't know if I talked about this in the past, but I want to take walks in the night in the future. Just walking around at night. Of course, this would be after I turn 18, because I'd really need a gun. Even though I live in one of the most safest areas, I'd really need a gun because I'm just very paranoid. I'm a very paranoid individual. So if I see any threats, I'd shoot. And that's just kind of how it is. So I just simply shoot the threat, and I'd walk around at night listening to music. It would give me a ton of time to think, a ton of time to formulate ideas for these videos if I'm still making them by then. And yes, it's just quite interesting. Recently, I discovered journals, and yet two of my journals. I already knew where one of them was. I didn't know where the other one was. One I had when I was 8, and I believe I edited it. I edited it at like 2 times, somewhere around that time. So I edited it when I was 8, and 11 or 12, respectively. And that's just kind of what the journal was. It's not that filled out. There's another one I made, I think, age 15. And I just documented some of my experiences with seeing weird things, I guess hallucinations, hearing voices, things such as that. And yeah, I documented something. I tried to make a comic of my life. It would be pretty short, but it would just document important aspects of each year of my life. But I only got to 2008 and 2009, and I just kind of abandoned it. I think I started it in like March, so I don't even think I'm going to continue it. So that's unfortunate. Is the microphone picking that up? No, it's not picking that up. I can hear my grandfather from downstairs. I can hear everything from downstairs, even though I live in a mansion. Everything is so loud for me. Sometimes. But their voices are so loud for me. Perhaps it's just the way that the place is designed. It's as if I can hear everything that goes on in this house, especially around that area. When my aunt still lived here, I don't think I could hear her when she was in her room, but yeah, and I don't think they could hear me. So at least that's a positive. I don't like being heard by them too much. That's one of the main reasons I whisper so much in these videos. So I'm not really whispering. It's this sort of tone of voice in between whispering and regular tones. And I do that because I just don't want them hearing me. My father, he's even knocked on my door in one of these videos. And yeah, I don't want him hearing me either. So I avoid that. And I think I hear him. I think I hear his YouTube video. It's used by the hallway that leads to my door. Thankfully, the sound of that video quickly went away, and so I don't think he'll be able to interrupt this video. Another thing to think about, another thing to discuss is I have a girlfriend now. I love you. There you go. Listen to these videos so much so you can just hear me saying I love you. Now, what else do I have to discuss? And think about hmm. I have one more thing in my video ideas list that I have in my computer. I have a couple things that I have in my video ideas list that are on my on a notebook that I have in class that I also draw things in. So a lot of things are on there. I think about nothing. I don't know what else to discuss right now. Oh, Yes, the final video idea. It's just me recounting in the past how I used to browse Google Earth when I was bored in class. And I remember I went to Auschwitz a lot sometimes. I just looked at Auschwitz. And then I went, it wasn't the only place. I was really interested in Siberia, the Siberian tundra, and a bunch of other areas because I'm interested in the globe in general. I looked at my house a lot in Google Earth and the general area. I looked at the panhandle of Oklahoma. So many things I looked at. I used the randomize feature to just see wherever I'd go. And I'm glad because it alleviated boredom. Nowadays in class, when I'm bored sometimes and I can't use my phone for whatever reason, I go to Wikipedia and I look up things. And actually, yeah, this just gave me a good idea. I I was told by my grandmother on my mother's side that I'm related to a poet. I'm related to a poet that drowned in a river. And let me pull up his name. I believe Posey was his name. He's Native American, though he looks very white in his photo. I think his name was Alexander Posey. So I'll go to Wikipedia and I'll look that up. Yeah, he even has a portrait of himself and all of that. He wrote multiple poems and he died at the age of 34 after drowning in a river. Drowning in a river. And I don't exactly know how related to him I am. Like, perhaps he's a great 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 grandfather or great great grandfather. I don't exactly know. Because he did have multiple children. I believe he had 3 children before dying. Somewhere around the age of 23. And he died 1908, so he would have been, yeah, those kids would have been born around somewhere around 1899 or something like that. So that does provide the possibility of them being my great grandfathers, him either being my great great grandfather or my great 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 grandfather. I didn't really look too much into it. That's interesting. I'm related to someone famous because he was honored in 2017 for I don't exactly know what. It's on the death and legacy section. Yeah, he was honored by the University of Central Oklahoma. Because he had contemporary literary discourse. So I guess he's my ancestor. Truly, truly a guy. There's a colorized photo of him, and he looks very white. He doesn't even look. Uh, he doesn't even look native at all. He looks a little bit like me, I suppose, because we are related. It's interesting just seeing an ancestor of myself from so long ago. And I guess I'll leave this video off on that because it's just pure rambling. I didn't even really. I keep on forgetting to. Not really forgetting, I just keep on losing the plot of making a video with a more centralized idea. But I guess I'll talk to you directly. You seem to like them when they're not that centralized, so that's just how it is. And I guess I'll end this video now. If you're listening, I love you.